This is Texas Radio Hall of Famer Andy Waldrop. Andy Hudack was not born in Texas, but he's been here most of his life. Growing up in Sharpstown, he combined his love of baseball and music and became quite the announcer at the local fields in town. Even as a teen, he knew he had to expand his demographics, so along with two other intelligent teens, a home studio was built, and that began his less than legitimate entrance to the airwaves. It was actually a beef with local DJ Ron Foster that led to Andy's first big gig at KRLY. After the misunderstanding was cleared up, he became pupil, then employee at KRLY for 6 years before making the move to KIKK in 1981. Hudack rose through the ranks at Kick 96 and eventually became chief engineer. And after the station sold, KRBE was the station that wanted him the most. Andy had made a great name for himself as a likable, wonderful engineer with a special emphasis on remote broadcasts, first around town and eventually around the nation with the Houston Oilers radio network. The Oilers left town and the U of H Cougars called Andy. He served as their broadcast engineer for 2 seasons. He even took his talents to the new NFL expansion franchise, the Houston Texans, before joining the Cox media stations, where his good work is seen, felt, and heard on KKBQ, KHPT, KTHT, and KGLK today. If you meet him, you'll love him. And if you work with him, there's no doubt his craftiness, street smarts, ingenuity, and perseverance made you a better broadcaster. Join me in congratulating my friend Andy Hudack, a 2015 inductee of the Texas Radio Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Thank you. Is that 3K? Needs to come down a little bit on that speaker there. But, yeah, like they were saying, there's so many great times in radio from 1975 on. And Betsy was talking about, I've been lucky and blessed to be with radio families. I mean, from KRLY to Kick. Kick's huge family. Look at all the inductees, and they're already in the hall. And the inductees today, Warner over here, Gala, Buddy Clark, to name a few. And it's just great to be with them. The Kick legacy lives on. KRBE, same way. Got great people with KRBE. Just people to work with. It's family. Everybody just loved everybody. It was a time to go to work. It wasn't going to work. It was just going to be with friends and family. And that, even today, the radio's changed so much over the years, from playing my American Top 40. I remember the old Gates turntables, and I'm running American Top 40, and Gates turntable, for back cue, you have to take it back pretty good. Otherwise, you get American Top 40 when it came up. But technology has changed, and the industry has changed. But my present location, Cox Media Group, is still family. I'm just like all of our folks finally representing Cox right here today. Johnny Chang, Bill Tater, the guy nominating me, Al Farb. The Al Farb is a story of himself. I mean, Al's a young guy, the millennials, they're calling him. But I wish and I hope there's plenty more of Al's around, because his love of radio just is great. I mean, he'll carry on the radio legacy forever, and he'll be up here one of these days, guaranteed. Mark Cretion runs the whole show over there. Is great guys. Johnny Chang, and he's another hall, and he's in the hall too. I mean, there's just my buddies in the engineering, Jed Wilkinson, Steve Pierce. I mean, those guys literally will give you the shirt off their back. I mean, there's just kind folks, and what to say, my friends and family, Shelly, Jimmy, Shondi, Liz, my wife, lovely wife, sweet wife. And caring wife. Back in 2001, she had to really care for me when I was in a bad accident. Just don't know how I could have made it without her. Tracy, my proudest folks, my kids, Michael and Katie, to all the folks in the hall who voted me in, I appreciate it, bottom of my heart, love everyone. Thank you.